Around 300 BC, a man named Zeno of Citium collected money from students who came to hear him speak, then handed every coin back after the first session. Not because he didn't need it, not as a gesture of generosity. He had a reason, and when he said it out loud, some students left and never came back. That detail has stayed with me. Because the students who left, the ones who pocketed the money and walked away, were exactly the ones Zeno expected to leave. That was the entire point. To understand why, you have to understand where Zeno taught and what kind of man he was before he became a philosopher. He wasn't born into Athenian privilege. He was a merchant from Cyprus, and he arrived in Athens not to study, but to trade. A shipwreck changed that. He lost his cargo somewhere in the Aegean, washed ashore with almost nothing, and ended up in a bookseller's stall in Athens, reading Xenophon's account of Socrates. He reportedly said, "Where do I find a man like this?" The bookseller pointed down the street at Crates the cynic. Zeno followed him. Years later, Zeno began teaching on his own, not in a private building, not in a formal academy, but in a covered public walkway called the Stoa Poikile, the painted porch. Anyone could walk in, a merchant, a slave, a senator. The walls were covered in frescoes of the battles of Marathon and Troy. It was not a quiet place. He chose that location deliberately. The Stoics, a name that comes from that very porch, believed philosophy had no business hiding behind walls and membership fees. Wisdom was not a luxury product, but teaching it was still a serious act, and Zeno was serious about who received it. So he charged, not a large sum, enough to require a decision. A student had to choose to spend something, to show up with intention. And then, after one session, Zeno returned every coin. The reason he gave: if you came for the money's worth, you've had it. If you came for the philosophy, you'll come back without it. That sentence is doing more work than it sounds like. The Stoics drew a hard line between what they called preferred indifference, things like money, comfort, reputation, and the genuine goods of the soul, wisdom, courage, justice, self-discipline. Paying tuition falls in the first category. The desire to understand falls in the second. A student, motivated by the first, would weigh the refunded coin against the effort of returning. The walk back to the Stoa, the hours of difficult thinking, the discomfort of being wrong in public. None of that pencils out if you're running a transaction. But if something in that first session had caught in your mind, like a splinter, no refund changes that. Zeno wasn't being cruel to the students who left. He understood them. He had been a merchant himself. He knew exactly how a man with a coin in his hand thinks. What he was doing was more precise than cruelty. He was sorting for readiness. Because without readiness, teaching philosophy is just noise. Epictetus, who came 2 centuries later, made the same argument from a different angle. He said the first and most essential work in philosophy is this: recognize which things are in your control and which are not as a slogan, as a daily practice sharp enough to cut. Students who treated his lectures as entertainment never got past the slogan. This is what Zeno was filtering for. Not intelligence, not wealth, not even prior education. He was filtering for a specific kind of hunger, the hunger that survives a refund, the hunger that does not need a financial reason to return. Here is the payoff Zeno's refund was pointing at. Wisdom cannot be purchased, but it can be earned, and the currency it requires is the willingness to sit with difficulty for no external reward. The students who returned after the refund had already demonstrated the core Stoic virtue before they learned a single doctrine. They had shown they could act from internal value rather than external incentive. That is not a small thing. That is, by Stoic measure, the beginning of a free person. Every lesson after that was just refinement. The question Zeno's Refund leaves us with isn't about money. It's about what you keep returning to after every reason for returning has been removed. Whatever that is, that's where your real education is happening.